Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we're gonna check fresh kit from Flyhawk. It's 1/72 scale M1A2 SEP and this time it comes with mine clearing blade system. It's still 72nd scale kit and as you remember original one was quite interesting, so now we have a chance to check this particular version with mine clearing addition. But first, as usual, let me remind you that we are still gathering money for the new camera and you can help us by pressing the donate button on our website. It is easy and it should be quite safe because it is done via PayPal and you choose the amount you would like to help us with. So as I said before, this kit is based on well-known M1A2 kit from the same manufacturer but without mine clearing system, and it proved to be quite an interesting model. I think some of you might have already assembled it, and we should have a build review quite soon because we have assembled version and we just have to publish it, of course. And here you can see the new modification. So as you can see, this time authors decided to choose a vertical layout. Box art is quite nice. It's literally picture a drawing of this tank, and I think it would look good as a nice poster. And on the side of this box we have some safety devices, QR codes for contacts and for kit info page as far as I can guess. On the other side again we have short history note and technical specifications. And then on the back side we can see marking options which are included into this kit. As you can see, there are 4 of them, so I think you'll find one interesting for you. But note that we have B, C, D, E, what hints that there is also a 5th marking option on the assembly manual, and note that marking options were developed with AK Interactive. Now let's open it. It's a top opening box, and now just give me a second to open it because it's a bit tight fit. Quite surprising that inside box is also printed. It's not that usual design, I would say. So as you can see, it's more or less sturdy box and there is plenty of space inside, so I think everything should be intact. But first let's check this small brochure. As you can see, this one is specifically designed for this version. It's a mine clearing system. Why I'm mentioning this? Because you will see. I mean, just wait a second. So here you can see mine clearing system assembly process. Also here we have the paints chart. It is given in several manufacturers designations, so you'll find the one you prefer to use on the models. Also here you can see the masks application guide, and also we have some, note that here we have the 5th marking option. And next, why I was mentioning that's the first manual, we have the second manual here. This one is standard for M1A2, and even here you can see that the set number, the kit number is the same as the first release. Here we have parts map, some advices before assembly. Assembly process starts with lower hull part, then we continue with upper hull part, then we assemble turret, and what else here? Different turret elements. Also we have the paints chart again, masks for road wheels, and here you can see the A version of this tank. Here are pictures of the assembled model, and what else? Here we have small pictures of other kits available from this manufacturer. And if you would give me a second, I will try to remove the model and we will check it closer. So as I said before, I have assembled the previous release, exactly this particular kit 3300, and I'm ready to show you because I think it is also interesting to mention it in the review, in the video review. So here it is, assembled model. As you can see, it's a bit dirty, but it is quite nice. We have here the absolute death written on the gun barrel, and overall assembly process was quite easy, I would say. No great difficulties encountered, and I would say it's a really nice detailing for 1/72 scale. Just to remind you, the size of this model, here is my palm. It's really tiny tank. Now let's move on to parts for this kit. So we start with this cardboard. Here we have the PE thread glued with sticky tape. And also we have chains included. What is quite surprising because it wasn't featured in the previous release. I will try to remove it. So here we have small chains. In 1/72 scale we have small chains. So I hope camera will focus. Yes, now you can see it. So here we have chains and here we have the small tube. Both will be used in mine clearing version. And now just give me a second to remove the cardboard, because there we have PE thread, as I said before. Here it is. And note that it comes with wheels masks, or actually mask, just one. And then we have decals sheet, which is printed in cartograph, surprisingly. And I will show it in a second. So here it is. Again we have absolute death here. So you can replicate the same tank I did. And overall printing quality is really nice. I was working with these decals on the previous kit and I can confirm that they are easy to apply and there are no main, let's say, major issues with those. Now I'm opening the first plastic bag. It is a Ziploc bag, surprisingly. And I will show you in a second what is hidden there. Here we have separate tracks. As you can see, you won't have to glue the separate track links. They are molded as one-piece parts, let's say the separate halves, which should be combined together, and then you have complete track. As you can see, I removed the same segment, but approximately once assembled track should look like this. Of course, you have to use the other side, so just give me a second to remove the necessary part, and I will show you how it looks like together. So I guess it should be like this, but it doesn't work together. Yeah, here it is. So here are two parts combined. We have such a huge gap because we have those plastic tabs inside, but otherwise they should be easy to glue together and of course to combine with suspension parts. So just take your time, do not hurry with those parts. Then we have separately molded gun mask. Here it is. It is molded as a one-piece part, what is quite nice, and you won't have any problems with such visible part, let's say. And as far as I remember, there were no problems with this part. And even once you install the gun barrel, which is obviously heavy even though it is plastic, there is still no problem with this small element. Next we have small plastic sprues. Those ones are dedicated to the turret parts. I'll zoom out a bit. So here we have the gun mount parts. Note that periscopes will be replicated with transparent segment even in 1/72 scale. Even though on some bigger releases we don't have such features. Here we have more of turret parts. Again, nice molding quality. I really appreciate such detail in such small scale. Then we have top turret part. Here it is. All hatches are molded separately, note this feature. And also we have quite careful replication of anti-slip surface. You can see it here. So quite impressive detailing for 1/72 scale tank. And then here is the top hull part. Again, we have some parts pre-molded, some parts are molded separately. For example, here we have the separate hatch. But overall assembly once again will be simple. Here you apply some PE parts and it will look good. I can even show you on the finished model so that you can see how it looks like. So here it is. And as you can see, everything can be brought out with washes and final appearance will be even better. So take your time with weathering and you will be fine. Next we have lower turret part, or turret panel, let's say, and also transparent sprue, quite an original packaging idea. So here is the transparent sprue. As I said before, here we have different periscopes for this tank, and that's a really good bonus for small Abrams. Here is the lower turret part. Again, there was no problem with fitment, so I can suggest just to carefully glue it into place and you will be good to go. Next we have sealed plastic sprue, or plastic back I mean, and here we have parts connected together with help of rubber band. Quite a favorite method for Flyhawk company. So here we have turret parts, here they are. Those panels and rails will be used for the rear basket on the tank, and as you can see, in assembled state it should do quite good. I didn't have any problems with fitment, even though as you can see you have to assemble plenty of separate pieces, but still it is quite nice. And then the other part which was attached to it with rubber band, here it is. It's the lower hull part, let's say the belly of the tank. As you can see, it's molded together with torsions, but it should be easy to enclose everything together and have a nice final result. Next we have something special as far as I can guess. Why? Because it is packed like the sweet. And give me a second, I'll try to remove another portion of rubber bands and we'll check what is hidden in such an original packaging. So here we are opening this packaging, and surprise, here we have the parts for rear basket. Here they are. We have even some broken tap. It's nothing serious, it's just extra plastic. But as you can see, these rear basket parts and side basket parts are molded as one-piece parts, and you just will have to install them on your turret and you're good to go. Next we have another sealed plastic bag. Here we have, give me a second, here we have two more sprues, and those ones are the new ones. Why? Because they're used for the mine clearing tools, mine clearing setup on this tank. So I will show you the first one here. Again, molding quality is really impressive for 1/72 scale. Just see the size of these parts. They are smaller than fingertip, but still they manage to feature more details than some bigger kits, and that's quite impressive in my opinion. And here we have the second plastic sprue. Again, those elements are quite familiar. You saw them on the box art, and they are used on the mine clearing vehicles, of course. Next we have plastic sprue with road wheels and also side parts for the lower hull part. Just give me a second to remove everything. So here we have the road wheels, drive sprockets, and some suspension elements. These are front arms for the suspension. Everything is molded nicely, and again, very impressive detailing. Like, I really like the level of attention to small details here. And here you can see side panels for lower hull part. Those bars will be inserted inside. Here we have special slots. Of course you won't see it on the assembled tank because it is enclosed or closed with turret. And last plastic bag, just give me a second to cut through it and I will show you what is hidden here. So here we have those minor elements for fine detailing of this tank, different towing cables, for example here. Also we have machine gun here, the hatch for the driver, and note again we have special slots for transparent parts. And once again I will repeat myself that molding quality is really good here. Next we have rear armor panel, which is molded together with these exhaust panels. Next also we have here side skirts, and note that here we have even these minor elements which are carefully replicated, and they look really good. I can even zoom in, but of course you will have to be careful with them in order not to break them off. And let's zoom out. Here you can see one-piece barrel. Again, another nice addition into this kit. You won't have to deal with several pieces barrels. It's just one piece part, which is easy to separate even though it is placed on 3 attachment points. But once you sand them off, it should look good. And as a proof of this, I can show you the finished model once again. So here it is. And let's zoom into the barrel. Here you can see the barrel. Really nice and smooth finish. So you won't have to waste your time while trying to sand 2 halves together. So that's all for this video review. Last element which we have is a small paper note with the safety devices, nothing, let's say, important. And once again, I really appreciate such level, or let's say, attention to small details in this kit, and I hope you like it too. As you can see, I've assembled the first version, and I can confirm that it is easy and interesting to assemble. It's a really engaging build, and we'll share it quite soon. But as for the current version, now you can replicate this tank with some additional equipment in the front of the tank. So as usual, you can leave your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video as usual. Bye!